Hey everyone, so I hope you enjoyed our little ladybug check-in with me and Lucas. And the next thing I would like to do is, besides show you the larva, I would like to tell you all about the life cycle, the process that these larvae have been going through, the steps that they will take to become ladybugs. It's not just that they wake up one day and they decide, poof, I'm ready to be a ladybug. They have to go through different steps. Just like you guys are born, you get bigger, you start out as babies and you get bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually you will be grown-ups. Well, larvae go through the same process. Now, before I start to go through all of these steps, and I have all these little figures right here to help us see what each step is, I do have a story I would like to read you about ladybugs. And this story is called Ladybugs, Red, Fiery, and Bright by Mia Posada. And on the front cover, of course, we have a beautiful, lucky ladybug. And ladybugs are red with black spots. And they love to be on flowers and they love to be on all kinds of different things. You will find them crawling around your gardens. You'll find them crawling around outside, especially in spring and summer. And ladybugs are considered to be extremely lucky. So if a ladybug lands on you, don't be afraid. It means that you are a very, very lucky little boy or girl and you're going to have a great day. So let's read Ladybugs, Red, Fiery, and Bright. Little round beetles with red coats and black spots crawl through gardens and trees and on flowers in pots. They are ladybugs. A crawling ladybug tickles your arm, but this little insect will cause you no harm. There's no reason to be afraid of ladybugs. They can give a little nip if they get afraid, but usually ladybugs are pretty nice. They are busy searching for food to eat. Tiny green insects called aphids taste sweet. So ladybugs love to eat these little bugs called aphids. And aphids actually hurt vegetables and different things that especially farmers are trying to grow. So the ladybugs are excellent helpers when it comes to farmers being sure that all of their plants are growing correctly and we get all the vegetables that we need. A ladybug may flee in fear from a hungry bird landing near, but eating a ladybug is a waste. To birds, they have a terrible taste. Ladybugs actually have a great defense mechanism, and that means a way to protect themselves when they fear that they're in danger or when they're really scared. Ladybugs actually taste really, really bad. They have a very bitter taste to them. Not that I've ever really tasted one. It's just what I hear. But don't ever try and eat a ladybug because they don't taste so great. When a female ladybug has eggs to be laid, she finds a safe place on a leaf in the shade. In 5 days, the yellow eggs will turn white. The hatching day is now within sight. So ladybugs are from eggs, and Miss Karen has been doing a whole unit on this. They are oviparous, and when a ladybug lays eggs, she usually lays them on a leaf somewhere safe, sometimes on the top of the leaf, sometimes on the underside of the leaf. And those eggs, when she lays them, are first yellow, and then in a few days they will turn white right before they're going to hatch. Tiny creatures climb out from the creamy white eggs. They have hairy gray bodies and long skinny legs. They are called larvae. Hungry larvae search for food right away. They can eat 100 aphids a day. Oh my goodness. So look at that. Those eggs hatch and out pop these little grayish black bugs called larvae. That's what we call a baby ladybug. A larva's skin cannot stretch, and since this is so, it must shed its old skin in order to grow. This is called molting. Its skin splits apart and the larva wiggles free. Its new larger skin fits more comfortably. So as the larvae grow, they shed their skin, just like a snake sheds its skin as it gets bigger and bigger. And larvae keep eating and eating and eating until they get bigger, and they know it's time to start the next step of the process. When a ladybug larva is almost full grown, it attaches itself to a plant or a stone. It molts one last time the skin it outgrew, and when it emerges, it has become something new. It is a pupa. I love the word pupa. It's a funny word, pupa. The pupa is covered by a tough orange skin. It hides the changes taking place within. Its worm-like body is rounding out. Its coat becomes smooth and tiny wings begin to sprout. So what happens is when the larva is big enough, it will form this shell around it called a pupa, and it's actually pupating, which means that inside this shell, its body is changing. It's starting to turn into a ladybug. In 5 days, the pupa's shell starts to crack. A beetle crawls out with no spots on its back. Now, a ladybug will actually be in its shell for almost 2 weeks, but when it crawls out, it looks a little funny. Is that the same ladybug that we saw on the front cover? No, you're right. Right, what we have here is actually called a young ladybug. And a young ladybug has no spots, and it is a very light color. It can be either yellow or orange. And it only stays like this for 24 hours, which is 1 day. So we might be able to catch our ladybugs in this stage, but it's very hard to catch. Soon black spots come into sight. The yellow coat turns to red, fiery and bright. The new ladybug spreads its wings out to dry. A few hours pass, and then it's able to fly. So what happens is its color starts to get darker from a yellow to about an orange to a red, and all of these spots start to appear. Its spotted wing covers move off to the side. It beats its wings, and away it glides. The new ladybug with red coats and black spots crawl through gardens and trees and on flowers in pots. The end. So look at that. That was how a larva, a baby ladybug, becomes an actual red with black spot ladybug. It goes through all of these stages. First, the mommy ladybug will lay eggs. She will usually leave them on a leaf. And the eggs start out yellow, and then they turn white. Very good. Those white eggs will hatch, and out will pop a larva. And a larva is a long black bug, and these larvae will grow and eat and grow and eat until finally, when they're big enough, they will form a shell around their bodies called you remember this word? Pupa. They will form a pupa either on a leaf or on a stone, and they will stay in this pupa as their bodies change. And when they come out, when they emerge, they will be ladybugs. But do they look like this at first? No. Remember, we learned when they first come out, they're a very light color, usually a yellow or maybe a very, very light orange. And do they have spots? Nope. Young ladybugs do not have spots. They stay like this without any spots for 24 hours, 1 day. And then they turn dark red and they get all of their beautiful black spots. And they are adult ladybugs. And do you guys remember, what do ladybugs eat? Do they eat pizza? No. Cheeseburgers? No. They eat aphids. And how do ladybugs protect themselves? What is their defense mechanism? Do you remember? They taste very, very yucky. They taste bitter. And ladybugs bring somebody a lot of luck. Very good. So I hope you guys have a great time. Maybe you can look for some ladybugs, see what you can find, see if you're going to have a lucky day. And if you find ladybugs, let me know. Take a great picture, post it on Facebook, send it to me. I love everything you guys are sending. So keep it coming, and we will be back to do another ladybug activity next week when we check in again. Before I go, I do just want to show you, I sent Mommy and Daddy this ditto for you guys to do. It is the ladybug life cycle, and on each one of these squares is a different part of the cycle that we just discussed. You have to cut out the bottom and glue it into the right order. So remember, what comes first? First, a ladybug lays eggs. Out of the eggs come larvae. When the larvae get big enough, they form a pupa. And when the pupa hatches, out pops a ladybug. Remember those stages, because they are the answers to this ditto. So have a great time, and I will be seeing you soon for some more great activities. I hope you guys are having fun. Bye.